this is Judith for Golden Skate, and I'm so happy that I'm here today with Hannah, Lim and Ye Quan. Did I pronounce these names correctly?
Yeah, you could say Ye Quan. It's
Ye Quan?
normally how they say it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. So you are coming from a very, very successful season. Maybe you can tell a little bit what were the highlights of the last seasons for you?
I would say a big highlight from like this season or from...
Yeah, from mainly this season.
Yeah, I would say from this season, it was like when we won our first Junior Grand Prix in Courchevel. That was really nice, and just having to be like first on the podium was really cool at like an international event. And also, I would say for me, Korean nationals were a big thing for both of us. Yeah. It was because we could perform in front of our home crowd, and they don't know so much about ice dance.
And with less restrictions as well for the COVID, everybody could come in to watch.
Yeah, it was really nice to have an audience like live.
I can imagine. Yeah. And you reached your goals. I think you said at the beginning of the season, what were your goals at the beginning?
True.
And you wanted to reach the podium at Junior Worlds, and
we wanted to reach the podium at Junior Worlds, and also we wanted to qualify for Junior Grand Prix finals. And I think we really got our goals really well.
I think so too. Okay, we want to get to know you a bit more as people, and you have both really interesting background stories, I think. So maybe you would just start with how you started skating. Hannah, you want to start?
Sure. Well, I first started skating when I was 4 years old in Toronto, and I was doing freestyle up until I was about 14. And I didn't like jumps, but I wasn't very good at them. But I really liked the performance aspect of figure skating, and everyone was always telling me you should just do ice dance, but I was very stubborn. I was like, no, I won't move. I refuse. But then after I tried ice dance for the first time, and it was it made me so happy to just be able to perform and skate the artistic side of skating. So ever since then, I really enjoy ice dance.
Yeah. What about you?
For me, I started when I was 5. Until I was 10 or 11 was just for fun. And then starting when I was 11, my coach Benjamin suggested me that I try ice dance for the first time. So at first I didn't really know what it was, so I just followed him and just tried it. And as I grew older with ice dance, I just started to love more and more the discipline. And here I am.
Yeah. So you have a Korean family. You both were born in Canada, is that correct?
Yes.
No, you were born in Iceland.
Yes,
Yeah,
I have a different background.
Maybe you want to share a bit about that.
Well, my parents are Chinese.
Yeah.
My biological father is Chinese. My mom, I was born in Iceland, Reykjavik, and after that I moved to China for a year to live with my grandparents, and then I moved to Canada. At that time I was around maybe 3-4 years old, and then since then I've been living in Canada.
In Canada. Reykjavik, how did your parents get there? That's so interesting.
Sorry?
And how did the connection to Iceland come along? Your parents worked there?
To be honest, I don't really know.
You don't know, because it's such a rare country.
Yes, it is nothing. It's not a country you would think of at first.
Yeah, it was very interesting. Have you been there again?
No, but I would like to go to see, because I hear the scenery is beautiful there. So I really want to go back one day.
There's a lot of stuff to do there too.
You've been there?
No, but I always see Instagram stories about it, what to do in Iceland. There's a huge bucket list, and I'm like, wow, that'd be really nice to do.
Yeah. Very fascinating. So you have Korean family background, right? Yeah.
Yeah, my parents were both born in Korea, and my mom moved to Canada when she was pretty young, about 13 or 14. And my dad moved when he was older, 23 or 24. And we've been living in Toronto since, but I moved to Montreal for training.
Exactly. And Montreal is where you two met, right?
Yes.
Yes. So how did it come that you started skating together?
Well, at first I just changed skating schools in 2019 to the Ice Academy of Montreal.
Yeah.
And then at first I didn't have a partner, and I was not sure if I would get one that year. But then Marie-France said, oh, we saw this girl called Hannah in Toronto that's really good. I'm going to make her come in, do a few trials with you and 2 other guys, and we'll see. And she came in for tryouts, and we did some tryouts, and we matched. So Yeah.
Good. What do you appreciate about one another? Like,
For Ye, I appreciate how he's really nice with me and also like very like compensating. So if we like have like a little argument or something, he'll apologize, but I'll also apologize. But we're very like get along well and organized about the way we speak. So I really appreciate that about it.
For Hannah, I feel like she has a really strong driving force, one training and in competition, and it feels like some days I'm like not that motivated to train, but she's like, okay, let's do this and stuff like that. So she's very motivating every day when we go to training.
very, very nice. What do you think makes you unique as an ice dance team?
We talked about this.
I think it's the performance.
Yeah, the performance. Like, talked with our coach about, like, before we go to competition, if we're stressed or something, like, oh, the other teams are better than us, things like that, we go back to, like, our identity as a team, and we were saying that it was, like, our performance and, like, the characterization of the story, and, yeah. So, I think our strength lies there.
You're also always very into the music. I feel like.
Yes.
Like you really live your
exactly.
programs.
Like when the music just starts, I feel like automatically I have more strength to perform.
Let's look a little bit forward. Going forward, you're moving up to seniors. What do you expect?
Don't know.
I don't know what to expect yet,
Yeah.
to be honest. But for sure, we're really looking forward to it. I feel like we've finished well our junior season, and I feel like we're ready to move on to senior, even though it's still a bit like stressful. But for next year, I feel it's really like a year of like just learning more about the senior category and just get as much experience as we can.
Is there anything specifically you want to work and improve on during the off season?
I would say like
for me would be
skating skills and like the quality of edge and depth of edge and ice coverage in our skating. I find that the others really have that, and it's somewhere where we lack in, and it's like mainly like training the basics, like the foundation of skating, and I think if we work on that and we can apply it to our programs, it'd be really nice.
And with the performance, it's gonna get better because sometimes we perform, but then we forget a bit too much about like applying the technique more. So so now just to mesh everything together,
Did you give any thoughts already to new programs or new music? Of course, you don't need to reveal it.
Well, we've talked not much about it, but a little bit. You had a few ideas.
Yeah, we had ideas. The coaches always want, like, even last year before we chose Dance in the Cup, they were thinking like a ballet of some sort, and I think that's really nice because I have like a really strong ballet background that I really like. I mean, I really enjoy to do it, and that would be really cool. I think.
That would be also a really new style for you.
Another new style, which would be really interesting to see.
Well, that's definitely only possible for the free dance because the rhythm dance is 80s music.
Like when I told my mom that it was 80s, she was so excited. She was like, 80s, I know everything. And she was like giving music, and she was like, yeah, I know this song. It was so popular when I was young, and this one. And I'm like, I don't know any. Well, I do know because I've heard them, but I'm not as like knowledgeable in that field.
Do you remember any of these songs she suggested?
She suggested ones from Flashdance movie and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And and like maybe like there was a bunch of rock music that was interesting as well. So
Very good. So are you involved yourself in choosing the music, or is it rather given to you?
We're pretty involved. Like normally we each on our side look for some music. We present them we send them to the coaches, and the coaches also send their ideas, and we kind of discuss which music would fit better with our skating style and stuff like that.
Do you know already? I mean, of course, you're in the IM, and there are so many coaches and also choreographers. Do you know already with whom you will be working with on your programs?
Probably, like, usually we don't request a choreographer. They'll be like, oh, I want to choreograph this program or something. But I feel like Marie and Romain would do.
Probably Marie and Romain, yeah.
Yeah, would do a lot. And also Sam for the, like, Sam Chouinard for the 80s. It's probably his strength for sure. And that would be really cool to do a program with him again. Because this season, I feel like we didn't work with Sam as much.
We mostly just like refined some stuff, but never really choreographed with him this season.
But I think it'll be exciting to go back.
This season was mostly Marie and Romain for, especially Danse Macabre was Marie and Tango was Romain.
What is a long time goal for you for your careers? What do you want to reach as skaters?
I would say Olympics. Yes, for sure. 2026 in Milan. That would be like, that's my lifelong goal, and I think we'll be able to achieve it if we keep working hard and keep going in the direction we want to.
You said lifelong goal. Do you remember when you first got that in your mind? Oh, 26 Olympics would be suitable for me.
Oh, that was like, actually I didn't know like the exact year, but I always said from when I started skating, well, maybe not when I was like 4 years old, but like when I was, as like years went on, even when I was a single skater, it was always to go to the Olympics. And then now that I switched to ice dance, it's still that. So it's really exciting.
Like, really lifelong goal.
Yeah.
Cool. Amazing. What is a lifelong goal maybe for you outside of skating?
Eventually, I would like to be a professional coach and actually train the next generation into ice dance to go later into internationals. That would be what I really want to do. I'm already coaching some young skaters, and even back at home, like part-time a pre-novice couple to go to some provincial and national competitions. Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
I would say I really would like to do choreography, like do choreography on ice and even off ice maybe would be really cool. For like, I would say start small and then do like big shows and things like that. That would be really amazing. But I would for sure have to work towards that and maybe get like a degree in dance and things like that. And for sure a lot of experience and practice. But that would be a lifelong goal outside of skating. Not really outside of skating, actually. It's still in skating.
You see yourself like sticking to the sport also in the future.
Yes, for sure.
You really love it a lot. Like you're coaching already, so maybe can you say like how did your coaching experience maybe help you maybe with your own career?
For me, I would say my career as an athlete is helping me as a coach instead, because often Benjamin, our coach, is often with us like helping us when we're like having difficult times mentally or physically, and I'm also applying a lot of time his suggestions when I'm coaching my own students to be like, oh, maybe today like we can pace ourselves in a different way, or we can look at it from a different perspective. So I feel like I've learned a lot from my own experience, so then I can coach my students the same way.
Very good. Makes you probably a very good coach. Okay, so at the end, I would like to play a little game with you, and it's like who would rather. So you decide if it's rather yourself that fits to or your partner, and you either like I will count like 3, 2, 1, and you either point on yourself or on your partner. Okay, that's good. Okay, we will start with who would rather oversleep practice. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh.
It's kind of like 50-50.
I feel it's very 50-50 in this
because
case.
I've had my fair share of like oversleeping, but you have as
I've
well.
had as well. Like it's exactly. I feel like it's exactly 50-50. That because like there are times when he's like, oh sorry I'm late, but then there's times where I'm like, oh sorry I'm late.
Yeah.
So then it's like, but it's always like so 50-50.
It's not like one is mostly late and the other one's always on time. It's like always like we're both like a bit on and off sometimes.
Okay. Okay. Next one. Who is the better cook? 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Okay. Hannah, what do you like cooking?
I really like to cook Korean food. I feel like it's easier and I'm more used to it. So yeah, I really enjoy that, like more Asian cooking. Still like the Western cooking, I go to my friend and I see her because she's really good at that.
And you enjoy her Korean cooking?
Actually never did. Did I?
He never, I
never
don't
ate
think he
her
ever
cooking.
ate my cooking
No.
before. We have cooked together once.
Yes,
Yeah,
we have
I
cooked
see.
together
Yeah.
once.
Yeah.
Made some dumplings together, but
Yeah.
I never ate her cooking specifically.
Maybe one day, yeah.
And the only thing I can actually cook was like maybe fried rice, but
Okay.
that's pretty basic.
I see.
I think it's from living by myself, probably. Like
Yeah.
I had to adapt and actually learn to cook, or I would have no food.
What's your best recipe? What do you think you can make best?
I think I really like to do like soup dishes. Like there's this really good pork and like kimchi soup dish that's really fun to make and super easy. And if you have that with like a bowl of white rice, it's really good.
Sounds delicious. I love Asian food. Very good. Next one. Who is the more stylish? 3, 2, 1. Also very obviously Hannah. You like fashion? Or?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it. I like to go shopping and like, or go online and look at like blogs and stuff about fashion. It's really enjoyable. Whereas I think I took him shopping like not that long ago, and he was like, "Wow, my first time going shopping." I'm like,
No, not my first time, but
Really?
I barely ever shop. Because often what I
Yeah.
do is like if I need clothes or anything, my mom used to work at the clothing shop.
So she would
So she'll
bring
just
you.
bring back some stuff, or sometimes we would just go to the Costco and get some stuff. But for me,
Yeah.
I'm pretty disconnected to style, fashion and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I'm always wearing skating clothes because I'm coaching or training, so I'm always like
The
wearing
sporty,
this,
sporty
the
stuff.
style.
Yeah. Are you also involved in your costume designing, or who is that?
yeah, actually we look
You were a
on
bit, yeah?
we look on like Pinterest and other like Instagram and things like that for inspiration, but we'll obviously show it to our coaches and we always discuss with them, and they also send ideas and
Yeah.
things like that.
Okay, next one. Who would rather run a marathon? 3, 2, 1. Okay. So, yeah.
How to say? I don't especially like to run, but like
Yeah.
I don't like hate it. So like if I have to run, I'll do it. And,
Yeah, he'll
Yeah.
run.
and I
Yeah.
feel like once I get into it and I have a
Yeah.
pace, it's fine. But yeah, but if you ask me like out of nowhere, oh let's go run, I'm like I don't really want that. But if for training, I'll do it.
But yeah, he'll say yes, like I'll do it, but I
You
really
don't
hate
get
running.
jogging.
Yeah. Oh.
It's funny because sometimes we would have to run, and then after that, she's like instead of running, she would do like intense like dance choreographies
Dancing
instead to
instead,
have still
yeah.
the cardio, but she prefers to dance.
I prefer to move instead of like just run. I find
Yeah.
it really boring and
Same.
yeah, I just think it's tiring. It's tiring.
Okay, and actually the last one you kind of answered already, so I'm quite sure about the answer. But who would rather become a coach?
Oh.
After the career, yeah. So you kind of are already a coach. So you answered that already.
Yeah.
Oh, I have another one spontaneously
Yes.
as the last one. Who would be the better single skater?
Probably me.
She got further in her
I
single
see.
skating
Yeah.
career.
Yeah, like I think I was doing it longer
Trip-
than
but,
you.
well,
I
don't know about longer, but you did your triples, right?
Yeah, I managed to do some triples. So
I stopped at the double lutz. I never landed my double axel, and I
Yeah.
stopped at
Yeah.
15 at that jump.
But yeah, with having the triples, and I mean, you switched to ice 10 at 14, so you,
Yeah.
you weren't that bad.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad actually, but I was already seeing the other girls and I was like, wow, like if I'm like in a year or two, I won't be able to do that, I think. So I just
I think it was a good decision for you to switch to ice dance.
Yeah, I'm really glad.
Okay, that was it. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you
I
very
wish
much.
you a
Thank you
very
so
good
much.
off season and see you
Yes.
next season in seniors.
Yes,
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank
for the
you.
interview.